And it's kind of a personality type where it's like you can't tell them, you cannot convince this person any other way that anything that they're doing is wrong. You can't convince them that they're not shooting themselves in the foot, that they're not, the things that they're doing aren't fucking themselves over. Maybe it's not the world that's always fucking you over. Like, I feel like there are certain people in this world that just fail to realize that when they think the world is constantly fucking them over, that they're always the common denominator in that scenario. That maybe it's not the world always fucking you over. Maybe it's that you're always fucking yourself over.
One of my favorite sayings of all time is, if you smell shit everywhere you go, maybe it's time to look under your own shoe. Yes. Maybe you're the one who's dragging dog shit around all the places, and I say that as a person who has drug a lot of fucking dog shit around into other people's fucking problems. I'm not always here as a proud person or a person who pretends to have always done the right things at the right time or done anything really right at all. There's a lot of things that I'm not proud of, but I always feel that there's the ability to get better and the understanding that it's a lot of times our own actions that when we are the one who where everywhere we go it smells like shit, you finally can say, maybe I am the one, maybe I'm the reason it fucking stinks. You know what I mean? And just coming to terms with that is a huge step.
Right. Well, and coming to terms with that is what needs to be done. And the reason that I bring this up and the reason I'm so upset about it is that this person called me up yesterday while I was at work and laid it out to me that hey, this might be the last time I ever talk to you. I'm just trying to make peace with everybody because I think I'm going to kill myself because the world keeps fucking me over. And no, you're not allowed to do that. As much as this person has been so always averted any kind of criticism whatsoever, it puts me in a tough position because for the past not even, I can't even put a time bracket on it, but for the longest time I've of course always been there for this very good friend of mine who I would I consider a fucking brother to me. And I would do anything for, and I'm always there to listen and try to help them through their problems. And unfortunately, I've always felt like I can't tell this person what, of course, I'm no authority on what a person should be doing with their life, right? But I know this person very well, and I can give them advice of what they're doing wrong. But this is a person who cannot accept any criticism whatsoever. Otherwise, they will immediately just say, "Oh, fuck you," and if you're not on my side, then just go fuck yourself. I don't want to talk to you. So that's a really unfortunate and very detrimental attitude to have.
Yeah. There's no. I'm sorry I cut you off there, but there's no winning. There's not. I had to stop myself when I say winning because the idea of life is not winning. But what I mean to say is there is no getting ahead when you feel defeated from the get-go.
From this point forward, we're going to call him my pal. So my pal has what I believe, I'm no doctor, but I believe he truly has narcissistic personality disorder. He doesn't have narcissistic traits. He truly has a narcissistic personality disorder where he is unable to see that any of the problems in his life are his fault ever. And it is a sad thing that, like, I do try to take into account, because it gets so easy to look at a person like that and be like, why the fuck can't you see that you're fucking yourself over constantly? Why can't you see that you're being an asshole and you're ruining your life by being an asshole? But people with this specific disorder actually, like, do not see that they're acting this way. They do not see that they're fucking themselves over in this way. Like, they have no perception of this. So I have to give him some leeway, at least I feel like I do, that he does not realize that he's doing this, but he still is doing this. The difficult part comes with when I try to tell him that, hey, look, you're trying to take this moral high ground of, like, personal, like, I don't even know what to call it, like this personal high ground of, like, well, someone at this job was, like, a little bit of a dick to me, so I'm just gonna walk out. But meanwhile, you have no fucking money, you have nothing, like, no other plan lined up, and then you're gonna complain about how you're always broke and that you, like, your life is constantly in ruin. Like, you can't afford to take this moral high ground for your own self all the fucking time. And, like, to go even further, like, without getting too personal about this person, you know.
Hold on, actually, this is one place I can actually interject and make sense of. And maybe it takes people knowing a little bit about my background, but what I can say is you absolutely can take moral high ground. You absolutely can do it, but you have to be prepared to eat shit for fucking years and years if you want to take that moral high ground.
Yeah,
that's all I want to fucking interject into that is you can, but you're gonna eat shit and be okay with it when you do. That's all I want to throw into that fucking conversation.
Right, and that is something you have to do, and something my pal cannot fucking accept ever. So,
but he could do it. Maybe I'm wrong about who your pal is, but if I know who your pal is, he can do it, and I'm positive he can do it, and he has the talent to do it. But he needs to understand how to eat shit every once in a while. Like, just every once in a while, you got to eat shit and deal with it. You know, and, like, that's the fucking, like, that's the point.
The thing. That he won't. That is the thing. He won't.
So,
and that is what I'm trying to talk him out of, is that he won't do it anymore. Like, which, like, I could understand, not even that I could understand. I do understand the feeling, because he's older than me. Like, he's in between mine and yours age, right? But he doesn't really have any, like, job applicable skills. So, like, you're working already with not the best range of, like, what you could be hired for. And anytime anyone, like, gives him an offhanded comment at any sort of job, he just fucking walks out. So, and then complains that he's broke all the time. It's like, yeah, no shit. And then, like, when he does stay at a job for a while, if someone pisses him off, he just starts calling in all the time saying he needs a mental health day. And then he uses that mental health day to stay home and drink all fucking day. And then he wonders why jobs slowly start to respect him less and start to, like, not appreciate his presence anymore, because his boss doesn't care for the fact that he's calling in all the time to stay home and drink, like, half the fucking week. And it's like, dude, how the fuck are you this not self-realizing that, like, jobs aren't, like, no employer is going to fucking like you if you call in all the fucking time to stay home and drink. And then you're going to get pissed off that the job hates you, and then you're going to get fired, or probably even before you get fired, you're going to walk out because, like, well, I have a job interview somewhere else anyway. And then if that doesn't follow through, like, well, oh, the world just keeps fucking me over. No, you're fucking yourself over. You're constantly fucking yourself over. You're always fucking yourself over. And it gets so infuriating to me that people like this just, like, I'm sorry, I'm getting fucking amped up right now, but, like, I care about this person very fucking deeply. And it really irritates me because I want nothing but the best for them. And they just can't seem to figure out that they're the ones who are fucking themselves over, not the fucking world. It is not the fucking world. It is them fucking themselves constantly.
No, never gonna keep me down.
Keep me down.
So we live in this society where everybody's trying to be the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep us down.
Yes, that.
So we're trying to be that, and I really think that we're honestly on the cusp of actually, like, honesty, of wanting to be real about who we are, and not this presentation of ourselves of being the best around and that nothing's ever going to keep us down. Like I honestly think, like, that shit's about to wear itself old. Like, and what we need in this country is for people to say, you know what? I am shit. I'm not the best. I'm not going to be president. I'm not going to have those 6-pack abs. I'm not going to be the man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to live my simple life. I'm going to have a roof over my head, food in my stomach, and I'm going to be good. And that's what I think our fucking country needs, you know?
Right. Defy what social media has drawn us to, which is just presenting ourselves as having the best life that we possibly can. Like, no, it's time that we actually admit to ourselves that, hey, life sucks a lot of the time.
Be honest. Yes. Like, and the reason why it's good that life sucks a lot of the time is because all that time it sucks. And I know this is a bit cliche, but when it gets good, it makes it all that much better. It really does. I know it's cliche, but there's so much truth. The reason cliches are cliches is because they're truth. And there's so much more value in having a mediocre life. I truly believe it, like, that has a really great time a couple days a year than somebody who's chasing to be like, look at how much better I am here. Look at how much better I am there.
All right.
You even told me, okay, let's talk about, I think you have a point, but I want to talk about a Yelp review. But say your point before you say we get to that.
Well, all I was going to say is that even if it of course can be more than a couple days a year, but the points in which life is not the greatest is what makes us grow as people, so we can have a better life and be better people.
Well, and the only reason I say a couple days a year is because I truly believe in, like, limiting expectations in the essence of, like, when things go very well, it makes everything else better. You know what I mean? So, like, if we only plot out for, you know, a little bit of good, you're going to get more than that, you know, but it just makes things like feel better. But in that regard, a couple days ago, we talked about people rating Mount Everest on Yelp. Yeah. And I found that to be, like, one of the funniest fucking things on earth. And, like, imagine if you had the life, like, we should go more than, but I just want to, like, presuppose this idea with, like, imagine having the life that you rate Mount Everest. Like, just start. Let's just start there. That's all I want to start. And then you can pick up the story from